if you get the CC onto the Anivia, I feel like she's that pick that works well when you're exactly an arm's distance away, but if you get closer, can really struggle if you CC her, interrupt her ult. She obviously doesn't have a way to create space again other than putting a wall between you, which can be hard when you're in a rel ult.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of a sort of comp you expect Gen.G to play, more so last year than this year. This year they were playing a lot more straightforward like teamfight comps, but that element of like control and we're gonna, you know, execute on this sort of mid-game of we have these big spikes, we can keep you at distance, does feel very traditional Gen.G. I think for the side of HLE, we've seen them be so aggressive this season. I think they need to continue that with his composition and just look for ways to break open this egg and get access to Gen.G.
Nice, I like that. And Jarvan, ounces and pounds. Anyway, we are going in, Delight says, as he gets two men grouped up as the Bardo comes in, but it's a little bit too little and too late as they're both low. The egg goes down. Delight is pretty low, but he's done his job. And now we do have Keen on the run. Chovy and Ruler did get put in the ghoulie wall, are not able to help for such a long time. Not a lot of damage, though, coming out of the HLE members. Chovy has the wall, dodges the deadly flourish, but he's got a Yorick on his back, and Kanavi comes in. And it's a big team fight here, won by HLE, and Ruler is just going to Valkyrie out. But not everybody could do that in that fight.
Yeah, HLE finding the edge and will get rewarded with a second dragon.
1,000 gold lead here for HLE, and now we have a gank coming in, but Delight is right here, catches the two of them, as there's the Tempered Fate on the turret, but now they're super low, trying to get away. Zeka, he wants more as he goes in. Canyon, super low, gets nuked down.
Guma's got ult just coming up now.
Yeah, Duro in a lot of trouble. He's gonna have to dodge everything, but he doesn't, and Guma hits the shot this time, and two more kills on the board for HLE.
It's just so doomed. Oh,
this is pretty interesting. The ghoulie wall going to help a little bit, but this is a Yorick. I mean, you're not really killing this guy. And Duro, no, the ghoul, the last hit with the tiny ghoul gets the kill. And Zeus is like, what was that? Up against this wall, but he is quite tanky. He is going to try to flash away, eats a big one. But Canyon is not done here. Gonna hit the wind, becomes lightning. Kanavi, though, with the Sundered Sky, just surviving forever. All the DPS just owned away. He flag drags to safety, and Delight catches two of them. Oh! They can't even get shot down by Guma. Hanwha Esports are crushing them.
Even if Kanavi had gone down, that still just seemed so winning for HLE with how long he survived. But the fact he lived as well. Oh,
what are we doing? What are we doing? He's going to be forced to flash away. I mean, trading flashes with Delight is, I guess it's okay because it's a rel, but man, just not a lot of respect being shown here.
10-1 now, the kill score. A 5,000 gold lead, 3 dragons in pocket, with it being a Hextech Soul. This is a stomp. And how slowly the game started out, it is really just amped up to 11. Now, Kanavi gets caught out here with no flag available. And honestly, he's not in a good spot. Has to flash away. Even Q's over the wall, but doesn't have the flag yet. And he's kind of stuck, but he gets the healing off 2 targets, Canyon and Duro, thanks to Sundered Sky. And then he's like, you know what? I've got enough help. I'm going back in. And apparently he did, because the whole time he's being chased about, his team are just like, cool, we'll just keep hitting them. We'll just keep doing the damage.
Help me out here. It's essentially what
he's saying. Look, the flag was, I think it just came up like a split second after he wanted to use it.
He said, I am not doing well in this position. By the way, in live, they dove Keen and he's dead. So, kind of expected. I mean, this game is all but finished. Gen.G are going to attempt to find something in the cross map. Maybe they get this turret at least, but objective bounty's already at 19 minutes, and Hextech Soul Point for Aurora Jin from 6,000 gold ahead. I think you're feeling very comfortable if you're an HLE fan right now.
I mean, the fact Zeus can just back away from the play, doesn't go down. I mean, they get a tower, but that's it. Yeah. In the moment he queued in, he was pretty doomed. But when Kanavi and Delight come up behind the tower, yeah, it's pretty... Kanavi just tanking the tower to make it super easy. Well...
You know, nowadays we haven't had... Okay, well, what's going on here? Remember, Ruler does not have flash, so he's just dead. Yeah. I don't know what is going on with Gen.G. They look all out of sorts, and HLE, again, just looking fantastic. And because of that huge difference in form right now, Hanwha Life are just destroying them.
Even though there was HLE predictors, quite a lot of them, me included, I think the general consensus from everyone was, this is probably going to be close. You know, we even had the space talking about how, like Widid was saying, he was thinking of maybe flip-flopping.
Yeah, even the fan
was
predictions.
thinking about it. Yeah.
Canyon is in a lot of trouble. He's just dead. I mean, he was trying to get in on the Baron.
And I know,
leash, by the way.
I know this is only game one, but this is such a one-sided game. And we saw some of the stats between these teams, how normally HLE have a really strong early lead, and then they're first quite significantly for lead at 15 minutes. But Gen.G, their mid-game, is where they just bring the lead from like 400 on average to like 3,800. The mid-game is really where they have kind of fallen apart in this one. Pretty surprising, but also huge credit to HLE for setting up plays like this, where Zeka just slides in. There's just not much with the Jinnle as well. I think if the Jinnle wasn't there, you're probably still dead, but the Jinnle just, you just accept your fate.
Yeah. I mean, no flash, he had barrier, he didn't use the barrier. Definitely a good call, just to hold on to that. But, you know, it was a struggle for me to even say the word good, because nothing is good for the side of Gen.G right now. Kanavi very far ahead of Canyon here in the jungle, and with this extremely early Baron, they're just looking to maybe grab an inhibitor. Zeka, just insane amounts of damage done in this game, like way ahead of everybody else. He is legendary, 8-0. He was 3-0 like 6 minutes into the game. So, well, maybe not that early, but very quickly on in the game. And he has used that lead to great effect.
And remember, he got chunked out level 1, had to join lane late. I was a little bit concerned, is he going to have a rough time in lane? And he's just been popping off. Oh, Delight in trouble.
Yeah, Delight actually in a bunch of trouble. They're going to use everything to take down the support of Hanwha Esports. Canyon is going to have the temper feed to help him out. He's going up to Zeus, and you know they're going to stop the push for now, although Canyon's super low, and Zeus just going to take him down. And maybe that's enough to get them in. Kanavi, though, playing with fire and ice.
This is where it's a little bit dangerous, even with the massive gold lead. But when you're playing in the base of Gen.G and they have the Nexus towers behind them, you can't flank around behind them, you can't immediately dive onto them. It's where that composition works really well. So HLE kind of respect that, back away. This is like ideal. Gen.G can retreat, you can't really chase them too hard, and you know the wall from Anivia basically covers the entire distance from the base wall to the wall of the rift. It wasn't set up to do so there, but it's a really good choke point for it to control, so it's not a big deal for HLE. They only lose their support, but they are taken off the map briefly. They are, sorry, Delight is taken off the map briefly, but it means they can just go straight to the Dragon and secure that, yeah. And we kind of hit on it before. The Hextech Soul is kind of just auto-win for how that comp works in the Gen.G's composition.
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of already in an auto-win position. I like how Delight, even though he got trapped by the wall in the replay, it said that he had flash, but he just didn't use it because he's like, well, even if I die here, I'll be up for the Dragon. Like, there's nothing they can do. Yeah. I'd rather have it for a big team fight or the game-ending team fight. And that's very smart from Delight. And yeah, they're just going to take 2 of the inhibitors. And yeah, Chovy doesn't really get to play the game.
Ow. That seemed painful. Now, it's difficult for them just to like force through mid with all of Gen.G up, but so much damage already done. Oh no.
Oh, here we go again, and he's looking for Ruler. He's not quite going to land his abilities. The knockup came in from Canyon, but that's just Canyon sacrificing for Ruler. And it's still a kill for HLE.
Gen.G just pushing so far out. I think the expectation was, oh, they've retreated, they're doing jungle camps, they're going to reset and go top.
Oh man, the Hextech is setting up the plays on a Chovy even. And there's the knock-up into the egg. Zeus is eating like 17 turret shots. Doesn't seem to care. Zeus, or rather Zeka, gets in and gets another setup kill, has now 10. And really all that's left is the Magi's for him.
Yeah, only the bot lane alive. Canyon's going to be up in about 10 seconds. Zeka doesn't have TP and just recall though, so I'm not sure the HLE bot lane can end the game here as a duo.
Yeah.
And they'll just dip out. Don't manage to take a Nexus turret yet. But this was just... I think the expectation was they'd retreated already. But they pushed so deeply through mid and just kind of exposed themselves. Canyon gets taken out. And this is the point where HLE like, okay, maybe now we can push into the base. Still difficult. Again, a lot of the things they want to do in team fights don't work as well. Like, they do dive here and stop Chovy from being that constant wave clear, but they're under 2 towers at this point and taking so much damage. So not ideal circumstances for HLE, but it still ends up being an even fight despite that, which just shows how far ahead they are. Now that it's a minute on Baron, and that's where it gets really scary, because with your base in this condition, if HLE get Baron, you're just going to lose your base. And to push out to contest it against Hextech Soul, it's difficult.
Yeah. Even struggling to leave the base at this point and try to get some semblance of map control.
Yeah, so Zeka has 10-stack Medjais and Rabadons.
Yes.
And also, Guma didn't build Stormrazor 3rd. He said, actually,
imagine that. Wow.
I want Infinity
Crazy.
Edge. I want the big damage.
I would like to do DPS.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's a good sign, you know, that he would like to do some damage. Unlike some others.
I 3rd, LDR 4th. Wow. You can just do that, apparently.
Yeah.
I was convinced.
You don't have to build a Stormrazor at that point.
I mean, I don't even hate Stormrazor as an item. It's just why 3rd, you know?
Comparatively to the options.
Yeah.
You could build as 3rd. So Baron is now up. It is live. Guma gonna immediately start that. I think they want to secure Baron cleanly and then not have any hope of an Elder steal.
It's so hard for Gen.G to approach now. The Light's kind of waiting on an angle to engage. And Zeka's just getting poked down.
Yeah, they see Canyon as well. Just going to drop the Aurora ults just for zoning. Even the curtains will be called as well. The Light's having a bit of trouble here by himself, though, on the top side of this fight. He will be going down, and now Kanavi by himself. They also took down Zeus on the bottom side of the fight. Guma and Zeka, though, will take out the DPS of Gen.G, but yeah, when you're this far ahead with Hextech Soul, that should have been a much cleaner fight.
That was not well played. And Zeka's just sacrificing Guma. He said, you're on your own, buddy. I say sacrificing him.
Guma's gonna
maybe to end the
stop the match.
Okay, yeah. Zeka's just gonna end the game.
Well, Canyon did get back. Very strange kind of set of plays here.
Okay, Zeka didn't sacrifice Guma. He said, I'll distract them. I'll buy you time.
He did.
This was not a well-played fight, though. You know, I think HLE should have intended to turn more aggressively. Instead, Delight ends up getting kind of manhandled by the Anivia here. Doesn't really get to pull off an engage. It's very split fight. You see Kanavi and Zeka trying to help him, and Zeus just gets deleted by the DPS of Ruler. It was just very split from HLE, and it felt like that awkward point on Baron where you're not sure, are we finishing, are we turning? And as a result, everyone's kind of all over the place. They're still extremely strong. They're still, as you can see from this moment, very far ahead. But these last 2 interactions between the teams haven't been super well executed from a team who are this far ahead.
Yeah.
But now they are setting up for the Baron again. Delight still has Flash, by the way, so...
Yeah, and ults are back up, so at this point you can kind of just kill anyone. You have such a massive lead, and Keen also says, here, take me too, as they will take him down. Chovy also going to be locked up here by Kanavi, and goes into the egg. This time HLE figured it out. It was a little bit iffy in that last one, very iffy, but they're still able to win this next fight very cleanly.
Oh, Ruler's fishing.
Yeah, should be able to... Yeah, there it is. That's a lot of gold, but it's 1v4.
Yeah, does not change the state of the game, just ruins his KDA a little bit. The game is going to be over now. I think ultimately, this was like 95% of this game was extremely well played by HLE. There was a couple of struggles towards the end.